We have now been joined by our race winner, Chase Elliott. Chase, can you hear us?
Yep, you got me.
We have you. Congratulations on the victory.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. It was good day for sure. They're too hard to win to get picky on how. So we'll take it.
All right. Well, we're going to go straight into questions, and we'll take as many questions as we can with the time that we have with you. But before we do so, just quickly, a monumental day for Hendrick Motorsports with that win, and kind of a really neat opportunity that you'll have a chance to sign the door of your car along with Mr. H and Richard Petty, and then your race team as well. Just talk a little bit about what that means and how neat that will be to auction off for Victory Junction.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, just a huge, a huge win on multiple fronts. Win number 800 for Chevrolet. They're a great partner to me personally. Have played a massive role in the success of Hendrick Motorsports, past and present, and a great group to work with. So super proud of them. Obviously, there's a lot more guys than me that have contributed to that banner, but really proud and honored to be able to hold that up today. And then to tie Richard Petty Motorsports obviously is a big one. The boss has been on us heavy about that record, and he wants that record. So super glad that we could help with that today. And then, as you mentioned, the tie and then auctioning the door from our car today off to go and benefit Victory Junction Gang. Obviously is a well-known charity, and what Richard has done there for as long as I can remember. I remember that charity as a kid. And I know he's changed a lot of lives. So hopefully we can help that cause as well. And a really special piece of our car today. This is a big win. So looking forward to helping any way we can.
All right, we're going to go to questions, and to kick us off, we're going to go to Jeff Gluck. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Chase, do you have any sense of like what's the right call to make there in those situations? Like earlier when the visibility was so bad on the backstretch for those guys and they were wrecking, and they restart the race, I guess it got somewhat better, then started raining heavy again. Like where's the line for you guys where you want NASCAR to go? All right, there's too much now,
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not the one making the calls, and I don't want to make the calls. I can sit there and look at it and have an opinion, but it's not my call. And like I said, I don't want it to be my call. The track went through a bunch of different stages. The visibility further back in the pack, which I was, we restarted back there on multiple occasions. It was super hard to see, and that was really the case kind of all day long. I don't really know how you fix that, with the spray coming off the cars, but I think where it got to there at the end was just there were puddles of standing water. And I think that was where NASCAR got to, and they're like, hey, this is not good. Visibility is one thing, but when you hydroplane going however fast we're going, that's probably not good. And I think that's kind of the situation we found ourselves in there at the end. And, obviously I was on the good end of the call, so I'm okay with the race ending. But it actually, I think a lot of guys would say it was, the standing water was getting pretty serious. And it might've gotten better. It might've not, who knows?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay. Our next question is going to come from Bob Pockris. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Chase, and maybe kind of along those lines. I mean, if they restarted the race, would you have been more worried about running out of gas, or more worried about conditions and just trying to get through the race?
Yeah, I mean, to me, obviously the fuel side of things was what it was. We needed some caution laps to get us to the end. The biggest thing I was thinking about for the restart was being, if I had a good restart and I was the first one to the back straightaway, that first guy back there was going to have a tough road ahead to make it down there without wrecking. In my opinion, I think it was going to be tough. With those green flag conditions, it seemed like cars were kind of spread out around the track. So it seemed like there was always a little bit of a tire track to run in. But when you have a caution like that and it's just building, and we're all bunched up and guys aren't running around there kind of keeping it keeping the water moving, that's when I feel like it gets worse. So as soon as the caution came out, it's just hard to stay ahead of it at that point. And I think that was the situation we found ourselves in.
And was there any point during today where you just felt like, man, we just shouldn't be out here, or you're a race car driver and you're going to do whatever NASCAR tells you to do?
Yeah, no, that's not my call. I mean, if they say race, we're going to go. And if they make the call to say that it's not doable or not smart, then that's what we'll do too. Look, I mean, it's not for me to say. It's not my call. I'm not the one in those, in that position to have to make that call, and I don't want to be. So, it's I'll try to make the most of whatever it is, and try to do my job the best I can.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, our next question will come from Dustin Long. Go ahead, Dustin.
Thank you. A couple questions, Chase. Just in terms of the race today, any close calls for you where you felt like you almost came close to running in the back of somebody because of visibility that we saw some other drivers today?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of close calls for sure. I mean, I feel like there's close calls when it's 75 and sunny too. So yeah, of course. I mean, there's close calls all the time. The conditions were different. But I mean, I don't know what you do about it. Like when it's raining and the track's wet, there's going to be water coming off of the back of the cars. So if you can't see, slow down till you can see, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you fix that.
How did you look? It's not like you've had a bad season this year, but certainly being the last of the 4 that teammates to win, people bring that up or mention you as one of the guys that hadn't won yet with all the success last year. How did you handle that? Did it really, did that fact bother you, or how you kind of work through it? You seem like you're able to handle a lot of things that come your way. I wonder if it just rolled off your shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said in the past, I mean, everybody's entitled to an opinion, and that's great. That's what makes it exciting, right? To watch. Everybody can voice theirs and have something to say about it. But at the end of the day, the only opinions that matter, that reflect our performance and what we do on track is our team and what we believe internally. So that's how we've always approached our racing at the 9 camp, and that's how we'll always do it. So we're just focused on the opinions and the people that matter to us, the people that can make a difference and make us either go fast on Sundays or not. And those of the rest of everybody else that have an opinion don't matter really at the end of the day.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, our next question will come from Stephen Conley. Go ahead, Stephen.
Yeah, Chase, Mr. H was talking earlier about drivers being in a slump. You've come off the championship. It'd been a while since you had won. And he said drivers always will still need that talking to, or that little kind of father-like figure to talk. Are there moments where you get into a slump where you feel like, man, I need somebody to kind of help me get out of this?
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's going to be times in everybody's life where you need somebody to look up to, or need somebody to talk to, or whatever. Mr. Hendrick has always been, he's always been that guy for me if I want him to be, or if I want to talk to him about anything. So I feel like my relationship with him is the door is always open, and he's going to help me on any level that he can, whether it's as a person or as a race car driver or whatever it may be. So I couldn't ask for anything more with our relationship and everything he's offered me and been willing to help with.
And with today's race, you are obviously the first Cup winner at COTA. Is there something special to have that first name on the trophy?
Yeah, just to have a name on the trophy, I think is probably the most important thing. But yeah, super proud just of our whole group. I mean, I feel like we really kind of persevered through multiple challenges today. I didn't think we started the day off great, but we were able to kind of fight back and get to where we had a lot of pace there at the end. So really proud of that. And, like I said, first name on the trophy or last name, or, I don't know that it matters really. So just proud to have it on there.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to continue with questions. We're going to take our next question from Mitchell. Go ahead, Mitchell.
Chase, you grab your first win this weekend. How big is that for your confidence, especially heading to the Coke 600 next weekend, where you almost won last year and you won at Charlotte otherwise last year too? But that Coke 600, I know that's a big race. How big is this win to have going into a weekend like that?
Yeah, man. Like I said, these races are too hard to win to really pick and choose and get picky on how. You want to win them, I guess, normally and without rain or anything to change the normal distance. But look, I mean, a win is a win. A big win today for our team, for Chevrolet, for Hendrick Motorsports as a whole, and certainly going back to Charlotte, which is HMS's home track. And we'd love to go there and have another great run and be able to fight for another win.
And you got this win today, kind of continuing to solidify yourself as the road course king, as a lot of people would like to call you. What does it mean to have that reputation and to keep bolstering it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't read into it much. I mean, I think everybody, like I said a minute ago, everybody has an opinion and they're entitled to it, and I'm happy for them, but at the end of the day, we've got to continue to push ourselves and try to be better and challenge ourselves to push forward at all the tracks, not just road courses, but a win is a win. Right turns, left turns, uphill, downhill. I really don't care. They're too hard to win, and I'm going to enjoy it and enjoy them all.
Thank you, and congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, and just so everyone is aware, we have now also been joined by our race-winning crew chief, Alan Gustafson. So please know that he's available for questions as well. We will continue, and next we'll go to Jeff with Empire Sports. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thank you, Amanda. Chase, congratulations. You too as well. Alan, thank you both for joining us through your time and insight. My question is for Chase. What did it mean to you? I know he was there back in November, but what was it like to get your first win of the season with not only your father in attendance, but on your radio as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's always a special thing, to have your dad a part of a good day. Obviously wish my mom had been here too, but yeah, I mean, you have to appreciate those things. That's not something that a person should ever take for granted, to be able to enjoy those type of moments with your family. And I certainly will enjoy today, just like I've tried to enjoy other moments throughout our time together. And today will be no different.
Appreciate your time and insight.
Yep.
All right, our next question will come from Bob Pockris. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, this is for Alan. They were talking a lot about, obviously, the drivers are having trouble with the spray. With the rear diffuser in the next gen car, is that going to do anything, or can you put flaps on the back of the car on the rear wheels, or is it pretty much you have what you have?
Yeah, I don't know. We were just talking about that. That's a great question. I'm not sure. I'd be curious to know what another series would do, and what they would have had for visibility in that situation. And the only thing that kind of comes to my mind is, which is a bit unique for us, is we just run really, really close together. I think closer for longer periods of time than most other series do. So that definitely makes it more difficult. If the cars had more downforce and more stability, I mean, it would certainly help the car drive better, but it's certainly not going to help you see any better. And when you're going that fast and visibility is 30 feet in front of you, it's just a bad combination. So I don't know. It's a difficult thing to do. I don't necessarily see the next gen car making a huge change when it comes to visibility in that situation. And I can't say that I would know what to do. Because there's just so much moisture in the air. It's just, it's like heavy fog. Your visibility is really poor and you're going really fast. So that's, a combination that's not typically very good.
And I also wanted to ask you, kind of what I asked Rick was, is there a win that you look back at Hendrick Motorsports that you feel epitomizes being able to tie the record of Richard Petty as far as number of Cup wins?
I don't know. There's not, there's not really one that stands out to me. This one's pretty special. I mean, certainly, that any of them you get are huge, and to contribute to Mr. Hendrick's success is great, and it's something that I'm super proud of, and I know the team is, and we've been trying really hard to get him that record because we certainly think he's the best owner and he deserves it. So yeah, I think for me it's just to be a part of it and to have contributed to a small percentage of the wins is certainly makes me feel good.
Okay, our next question is going to come from Anton. Go ahead, Anton.
Thanks, Amanda. Chase, Alan, congrats on the win. My question is to Chase. So the race was rain affected, and do you think this was the most challenging race you've been to?
That's tough. I mean, it's tough to rank challenging races. I mean, I think there's a lot of races, or I've had a lot of challenging races throughout my career, but just challenging in different ways. Today it was the weather and just the conditions were different. But I can't, I feel like there's been times where I've had other really challenging days just in different ways. So kind of tough to put them in order, I suppose.
Thank you. Congrats on the win once again.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question will come from Tucker White. Go ahead, Tucker.
Ready? Chase, I believe this is your 6th win on a road course in your career, so which puts you, I think, 3rd or 4th on NASCAR's all-time wins list in road course victories. What does that mean to you to be just maybe a step or two below guys like Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon in that regard?
Yeah, man. To be real honest, I haven't spent a ton of time thinking about that and the stat book. I'm really just concerned with wanting to win that day, and have success now. I think there's a time where you can look back and really enjoy and appreciate different things and things in your career and accomplishments and whatnot. But when you're fighting the fight, it's really hard to do that right now because we're just, as a team and me personally, I'm just consumed with wanting to do good. And I don't think sitting there and daydreaming about that is helping me do good. So I choose not to.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. We're going to fit in one final question and we're going to go to Chris Knight. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Chase, congratulations on the victory. I was just curious. Mr. H said that he felt like that all 4 Hendrick teams could be in the championship 4 race in November. And I was just curious if you and Alan agree.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, obviously a lot can happen in those last 10 races. And, I feel like as a company, our cars and each team, I feel like is performing at a high level. So if we can all carry that throughout the whole season, I don't see why not, but you certainly are going to have some things go your way. There's a lot of great drivers and teams that we have to keep up with and improve with throughout the year.
Thank you.
All right. To Chase and Alan, congratulations again. Thank you for always spending some time with us following your race wins, and we wish you the best of luck next weekend in Charlotte as well.
Cool. Thank you.
All right.